Welcome to the Seventh Dispensation Podcast. Today we're going to be reading a divine revelation from God called the Alpha Quran. And the chapter that we are going to be reading from today is called The Word of Thy Lord and Savior. Now the book says this: the present kings of the earth, the president and generals, rich and poor people, the enslaved and free, could not face the one who sits on the throne. They also tried to hide from the Lamb. The great day of our anger has come. And I want y'all to look at what's going on right here. LASA is an organization, right, which helps find housing for the homeless. Now, this is a people that's doing something righteous, man, to help people, right? Why would Donald Trump and his cohorts stop the funding for an organization that is known for helping people who are homeless and in the street struggling to find housing? Like, who would stop that? And if you know anything about the government agencies in America, right, they got something that's called Department of Health and Human Services. And in the Department of Health and Human Services program presentation, right, is something in there that's called SRO, Single Residency Occupation. And according to this policy in this part of the government structure, right, it says that the Department of Health and Human Services is supposed to help people with housing. They are supposed to help people get into these SROs. And they're supposed to provide the down payment and the rent for people who cannot afford it and who are homeless and struggling and need help. To help people get on the feet. This is the purpose of a government. This is the purpose of a government. If the government is attacking agencies that are helping the citizens of a country, then that government needs to be abolished, abandoned, or altered. Abolished or abandoned or altered. And this is something that I'm going to promise y'all. In 2029, if I am elected President of the United States, I will provide funding for organizations like LASA to help homeless people get off the streets, man. I can't see how Donald Trump could stop with funding for somebody that's helping people, man, that need help. That need help. All right, let's get back into this book. This is a message for the universe, for all of the chosen ones. Now, this book says this: the great day of our anger has come. We are angry. The presence of God and his Lamb presents the end of Satan's 6,000-year rule. The seventh seal of the seventh divine order. The seventh seal or the seventh divine order is founded on the rise of the Christ figure. All right, so let's get back into this book. This is a message for the universe, for all of the chosen ones. Now it says this: the seventh seal, or the seventh divine order, is founded on the rise of the Christ figure, who is also known as the Son of Man. Now, I have a nonprofit corporation, right? And my organization is called Seventh Dispensation. And a lot of times people ask me, what does Seventh Dispensation mean? But the Seventh Dispensation is the definition of what a dispensation is. A dispensation is a divine order. It is a seal. So it's called the seventh dispensation because this is the seventh divine order, or the seventh seal. That's what my organization represents. So when you get back into this divine revelation right here from God, and this reads this out of a book. I'm reading a holy book. And the book says, the seventh seal, or the seventh divine order, is founded on the rise of the Christ figure, who is also known as the Son of Man. The Son of Man is a representative of God, but he approaches the eternal God and is given authority, glory, and a kingdom. Is he a Jew? Is he a Christian? Is he a Muslim? No. He is a human being. His kingdom is the greatest of them all. His kingdom is the rise of humanity. It's not a religion. It is the rise of humanity, the uplifting of a people. Now listen, let's get back into this book. It says, Siddhartha Gautama was a human being. Gautama brought a teaching that centered on human development and the perfection of self. Now, what I want y'all to do is look up Siddhartha Gautama and find out who that person is, because this is somebody that the devils failed to teach us about in history. Now, it also says that this Gautama was a man who founded the path of enlightenment and holiness for himself and taught it to his followers. Gautama was not a Buddhist. His teachings were 35,000 years old. His teachings were 35,000 years old ago. The Tathagata fell into disagreement with the other scientists of his day because he wanted to give his tribe the wisdom of God. He then took his tribe into Central Asia when they broke up into tribes. He gave them the greatest revelation of his day. This knowledge, the perfection of self, taught that salvation and enlightenment comes by developing right thinking and doing good deeds. The mastery of self is achieved by controlling one's conduct, thinking, and belief. Gautama lives. Now, these are people in this this divine revelation, right? This holy book, who